So I'll give you a brief introduction to the results of excavations conducted by Udita Bank in the trench 173. It's located in the northernmost part of the northwestern necropolis. So we decided to open trenches over here thanks to the results of a magnetic research, but I have to admit that in the beginning they were not so obvious and clear. We also supported, we included also the fact that this area is elevated, as you can see on this digital elevation model. So the trench, we started with a quite narrow trench stretching from east to west, which allowed us to identify some of the structures and help us to understand structural arrangement in this area. And right after we extended this trench, making it quite bigger, and this allowed us to have like complete insight of the burial structures in this part of necropolis. So first of all, we have to I have to remark the fact that at the same time, the structure is the main tomb is similar to the rest, but have a completely different orientation. It's longer axis is on north south, but still the entry. The door is on the eastern side, pointed directly into the post-Roman town. As you can see, the structure was unfortunately badly destroyed by robbers. Nevertheless, we got still clear evidence of how the tomb looked like. Like the remaining structures of this type, it's dated to the 4th, 5th century AD, according to the pottery dating. On the eastern side, we discovered quite intriguing structures, which don't explain on their own. There is this row of unworked fossilized coral heads and masonry structure with a rounded shape. So as for now, it's not clear what they are indicated and with what their way were associated. So let's concentrate on the main structure and it's how it was built. Like others, chamber tomb, it was mainly constructed with the fossilized coral heads, but some parts included gypsum anhydrite ashlars. What is unique is the fact that we managed to uncover the remains of exterior plastering on the walls on the western side. So this is a first testimony of such finishing of those of such tomb, but obviously we can imagine that the remaining one were also finished in such a way. In the lower right corner, you have some stones which were excavated inside of the tomb, indicated that not only coral heads and anhydrite was used, but also some metamorphic mountainous rocks. Over here, you get a view on the cross section and the form of the main burial shaft in the northern part of the chamber tomb. The shaft was constructed with some anhydrite ashlars, and it was something around 1 meter deep. Over here, you get a picture showing that this Burial chest shaft was at at some point covered with big ashlars. Unfortunately, most of them were removed during the robbery activity. Nevertheless, it's quite good and unique evidence of how actually those chests looked like during their heyday. So let's have a closer look on the interior. Beside those two main shafts in the northern part, it seems that there were additional burial chests in the other parts of the chamber. One on the western side is indicated by the robbery pit and the concentration of anhydrite slabs, which are rather uh, are not in situ. They were destroyed during robbery activity. And another chest with preserved remains of walls on the upper right picture. Probably we had also another place for burials in the southwestern corner of the chamber, but there is no additional evidence which could confirm this mm, interpretation. Um, Although that those graves were badly wrapped, there are still some in situ primary deposits, including those pottery vessels and glass vessel, which were put in the wall of the one of the shafts. Also, in the central part of the chamber, directly on the floor, two incense burners were found. But most probably they were moved by their robbers, so they are not in their primary deposition place. The one of those incense burners were made of locally available stone, with very typical for the altars produced in the Eastern Desert at that time period incense decoration. The other one was made of reused brick. Next to the eastern wall, we discovered primary deposits, including jacks and bowls. One of those jacks had inside two completely preserved oil lamps. Further south, there was also an amphora, and that's it about the interior. No, there was something more. Also, in a disturbed layer, we discovered this terracotta figurine depicting women holding a child. This topic will be elaborated by Ivona, I guess, later on, but also some beads, which definitely constitute the main grave good, which was associated with the primary burials in the shaft. Uh, on the exterior of the chamber tomb, we discovered another burial, this time in amphora, which was put upside down in and dug into the walking level. Another burial was discovered on the southern side of the chamber tomb. As you can see, the skeleton is in contracted position. Unfortunately, there were no associated grave goods besides this fragment of amphora deck, but it could be intrusive. On the eastern side, we discovered at least two freestanding shaft tombs, also wrapped, as you can see on the photo in the middle, with this robbery pit, which destroyed part of the superstructure. Fortunately, the southern part of the superstructure was intact with this triangular niche and incense burner found in situ inside of it. Another shaft was found just right next to it. It was also badly destroyed, but we clearly see remains of this shaft over here made of stone slabs. More to the north, there is another intriguing masonry construction, also rounded. Probably it could serve the similar function as those found in one of the trenches of Emilia and Jakub, and maybe it's also indicating a position of another shaft tomb, which is over marked over here.